Coming to the next topic is the endoplasmic reticulum, and see any eukaryotic cell, maybe the plant cell or the animal cell. If we observe, majority of the cases in plant cell, okay, peripheral region, okay, nucleus is present. Peripheral region means this is the plant cell, this is the cell wall, right? The nucleus present at the peripheral side. This is the nucleus, and so yeah, this is the nucleus. And within the animal cell, the nucleus present at the center. The nucleus present at the center. So what I am telling here, below the nucleus, either in plant cell, either in animal cell, or any eukaryotic cell, okay, below the nucleus there is a network-like structure is present. The network-like structure is called as endoplasmic reticulum. The network-like structure is called as endoplasmic reticulum. So what I am telling here, within that the eukaryotic cells there is a network-like structure is present. That network-like structure, okay, always existing besides to the nucleus. That part is called as endoplasmic reticulum. All we know regarding to that endoplasmic reticulum, the endoplasmic reticulum, especially two types are there. There is a granular endoplasmic reticulum. A granular endoplasmic reticulum is nothing but rough endoplasmic reticulum is called as granular endoplasmic reticulum, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum is called as agranular endoplasmic reticulum. Or suppose if the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum contains the ribosomes, that one is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. If the ribosomes are absent, that one is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Then what is the function of endoplasmic reticulum? Involving, especially the rough endoplasmic reticulum, involving synthesis of proteins. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum involving synthesis of lipids, right? So below the nucleus, network-like structure, this is called as endoplasmic reticulum. These are two types, RER, SER. RER involving synthesis of proteins, SER involving synthesis of lipids. And coming to the next one, see the endoplasmic reticulum first identified by the K.R. Porter. K.R. Porter is the scientist. He first identifies the endoplasmic reticulum. And especially these are absent. The endoplasmic reticulum absent in embryonic cells. Whatever that embryonic tissue is there after the fusion of sperm cells and the egg cells, there is an embryo formation takes place within that embryonic cells. The endoplasmic reticulum is absent. The endoplasmic reticulum is absent, and at the same time egg cells also, we know about that eggs are there. Okay, the egg cells also not contains the endoplasmic reticulum. The egg cells also not contains the endoplasmic reticulum. So here the embryonic cells, egg cells not contains the endoplasmic reticulum, and poorly present in adipose tissue. Whatever that fat storing tissue is there within that human body, the fat storing tissue not contains the contains well developed, means there is an very poorly developed endoplasmic reticulum present in adipose tissue. What I am telling, within, okay, the best example, some of the fatty persons are there, okay, within that fatty person's body, rich percentage of adipose tissue is there, because adipose tissue especially involving storage of fat. So that adipose tissue, okay, not contains that well developed endoplasmic reticulum. The tissue contains poorly developed endoplasmic reticulum. And sperm cells also, whatever that sperm cells are there, okay, which are haploid cells, the sperm cells and adipose tissue both are contains the poorly developed endoplasmic reticulum. And see, this is the point. So this is the nucleus, this is the nuclear membrane. The black color line is indicates here, nuclear membrane, right? And there is here plasma membrane is there, or cell membrane is there. So the endoplasmic reticulum occupies the space between nuclear membrane to cell membrane. Between the nuclear membrane to cell membrane. So what I am telling here, majority of the portion within the cell, major portion, okay, occupied by the endoplasmic reticulum, right? That is about some points which are related to the endoplasmic reticulum, first identified by the K.R. Porter, right? And coming to the parts, Coming to the parts. Within that endoplasmic reticulum, we discussed about there is a network-like structure is there. So within that there is a layers-like structure is there. Layers-like structures are present. See, the layers-like structures are called as cisternae. The layers-like structures are called as cisternaes. The cisternaes, okay, the size is 40 to 50 nanometers. The size is 40 to 50 nanometers. So there is a layers-like structures are there. The layers-like structures, the size is 40 to 50 nanometers, right? And coming to the next one, there is a vesicles-like structures are there. Vesicles-like structures are there. And these are round shape or oval shape. These are round shape or oval shape. See, these are the layers-like structures. So these are, the vesicles are round shape or oval shape, right? The size is here 20 to 500 nanometers. 20 to 500 nanometers. And last one is that there is a tubules-like structures. These are branched structures. These are majorly forms the branches. These are majorly forms the branches. So there is a tubules-like structures are there. The tubules-like structures, the size is here 50 to 100 nanometers. 50 to 100 nanometers. So these are the parts which are seen in endoplasmic reticulum. These are the parts which are seen in endoplasmic reticulum, right? That is about the parts. And next one we discussed about the functions. Next one we discussed about the functions and types of endoplasmic reticulum also, right? Coming to the next topic is the types of endoplasmic reticulums. Within that, two types are there: rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. We know rough endoplasmic reticulum contains, means the surface of the rough endoplasmic reticulum contains ribosomes. So what type of ribosomes are present on the surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum? See, the surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum contains ATS ribosomes. The surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum contains ATS ribosomes. So here there is a rough endoplasmic reticulum is there. The rough endoplasmic reticulum, also called granular endoplasmic reticulum. Why this is called as granular endoplasmic reticulum? Because ribosomes are granules-like structures. This is one of the surface of endoplasmic reticulum. Upon the surface, there is a granules-like structures are present. Means ribosomes are present. So presence of ribosomes, the rough endoplasmic reticulum is called as granular endoplasmic reticulum. Granular endoplasmic reticulum. And the surface contains ribosomes. The ribosomes are ATS ribosomes. See, this is the one of the endoplasmic reticulum. This is one of the endoplasmic reticulum. The surface of endoplasmic reticulum contains ATS ribosomes. ATS ribosomes. So how the ribosomes are attached to endoplasmic reticulum membrane? Endoplasmic reticulum membrane. How the ribosomes are attached to endoplasmic reticulum membrane? There is a specialized proteins are there. The proteins are called as riboporin proteins. The proteins are called as riboporin proteins. There is a riboporin protein 1 and there is a riboporin protein 2. Riboporin protein 1 and riboporin protein 2. So these two proteins are supporting for the attachment of ribosomes. Attachment of ribosomes to rough endoplasmic reticulum or endoplasmic reticulum membrane. So what I am telling here, okay, riboporin proteins are there. Riboporin proteins are supporting for the attachment of the ribosomes to endoplasmic reticulum membrane, right? So the riboporin proteins, again here two types are there: riboporin protein 1 and riboporin protein 2. These two proteins are supporting for the attachment of ribosomes to endoplasmic reticulum, especially here rough endoplasmic reticulum. And riboporin proteins are glycoproteins. Riboporin proteins are glycoproteins. So what is glycoprotein? What is glycoprotein? See, protein, we know repeated units of amino acids. Okay, these are called as proteins. Glyco indicates here carbohydrates. Glyco indicates here carbohydrates. So some of the proteins are, this is on the protein moiety, right? This is one of the protein moiety. Some of the proteins are attached with carbohydrate moieties. Attached with the carbohydrate moieties. So these are called as glycoproteins. Glyco indicates here carbohydrates. Some of the carbohydrates are attached to proteins. These are called as glycoproteins. So riboporins are glycoproteins. Riboporins are glycoproteins. What is the function of riboporin proteins? Which are supporting for the attachment of ribosomes to endoplasmic reticulum, especially here rough endoplasmic reticulum, right? And within that rough endoplasmic reticulum, more cisternae are present. More cisternae are present. We have discussed there is in long layers like structures are there. These are called as cisternae. Within rough endoplasmic reticulum, more cisternae are present. Right? Last one, we well know that function is rough endoplasmic reticulum involved in protein synthesis. Protein factories are ribosomes. Protein factories are ribosomes. Ribosomes are attached to rough endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are attached to the ribosomes are ribosomes are attached to rough endoplasmic reticulum. So here rough endoplasmic reticulum involved in the protein synthesis process. Protein synthesis process, right? That is about rough endoplasmic reticulum. And coming to the next one, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Here ribosomes are present. Here ribosomes are absent. If ribosomes are absent, the surface area is smooth. Smooth indicates here agranular. Granules like structures are absent. The name is agranular. Agranular endoplasmic reticulum. Right? Surface not having ribosomes. Here ribosomes are absent. Here ribosomes are absent. And ribosomes are absent. Riboporin proteins also absent because between the endoplasmic reticulum membrane and the ribosomes, okay, between the endoplasmic reticulum membrane and the ribosome, the structure is riboporin proteins. If ribosomes are absent, riboporin proteins also absent. If ribosomes are absent, riboporin proteins also absent. The surface is smooth. Here surface is smooth. Here surface is rough. Here more tubules are present. Here more tubules are present. Here more cisternae are present. So here more tubules are present. So while we are observing under microscope, okay, more cisternae are present. That one is belongs to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. More tubules are present. That one is belongs to the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum involving lipid synthesis process. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum involving the lipid synthesis process. So these are the differences between rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. These are the differences, right? Coming to the next one is the common functions of endoplasmic reticulum. Means here common functions of rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum and the special functions of rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. See, the very first one is the common functions. Within that common functions, nuclear membrane formation. Or we know there is a nuclear membrane is there. How the nuclear membrane formed? For the formation of nuclear membrane, remember any membrane formation requires lipids and proteins. Any membrane formation requires lipids and proteins. Here proteins are synthesized by rough endoplasmic reticulum. Lipids are synthesized by smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So formation of nuclear membrane done by rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Both are required, right? And coming to the nerve impulse transport. Nerve impulse transport. So if we see in the nerve cell, for suppose this one of the nerve cell, okay, here like this is one of the nerve cell. Surface of the nerve cell, there is a myelin sheath is present. There is a myelin sheath is present, right? This is one of the myelin sheath. So that myelin sheath formation done by the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Along with that myelin sheath formation, the membrane formation requires proteins. So here also same thing. The proteins and the lipids are required for that myelin sheath formation and the membrane formation. So if the myelin sheath is there, conduction of nerve impulse will be takes place. So nerve impulse transport within the nerve cell done by that rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum by the synthesis of proteins and lipids. And coming to the desmotubules, this is the very rare function done by the rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. How? See, this is the one of the cell and this is the neighboring cell. See, this is the cell contains that nucleus. Generally, this is the one of the rough endoplasmic reticulum or the smooth endoplasmic reticulum formed like this. But in some cells, the rough endoplasmic reticulum or smooth endoplasmic reticulum forms the network-like structures which are penetrated into the neighboring cells. The rough endoplasmic reticulum are the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which are forms the network-like structures or tubules-like structures, which are penetrate into the neighboring cells, which are supporting for the transportation of molecules from one cell to the another cell, from one cell to the another cell. So these structures are called as desmotubules. These structures are called as desmotubules. So here desmotubules, which are connected to the neighboring cells, which are supporting for the transportation of molecules, right? And coming to the next one is Golgi complex. That Golgi complex, okay, formed by the endoplasmic reticulum, right? So that Golgi complex supporting for the post-translational modifications, means there is an inactive protein synthesis, inactive proteins are converted into active proteins. Inactive proteins are converted into the active proteins, right? That is about the common functions of endoplasmic reticulum. Either maybe the rough endoplasmic reticulum or smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Both are involved. Both are involved. And coming to the next one, special functions of the endoplasmic reticulum. In that case, the endoplasmic reticulum in some cells modified performs the very special functions. The very first one is called as sarcoplasmic reticulum. Here, sarcoplasmic reticulum especially seen in skeletal muscle. Whatever that we have the skeletal muscle cells. See, there is a smooth muscle is there, cardiac muscle is there, heart content muscle is called as cardiac muscle. And within body, some smooth regions are there. The muscle is called as smooth muscle. And skeletal muscle, this is one of the muscle. This muscle is the skeletal muscle. So the skeletal muscle cells contains endoplasmic reticulum is there. The endoplasmic reticulum is called as sarcoplasmic reticulum. The skeletal muscle cells contains endoplasmic reticulum is called as sarcoplasmic reticulum. Why this is called as sarcoplasmic reticulum? Because that sarcoplasmic reticulum involving storage of calcium ions. Sir, why? The sarcoplasmic reticulum stores the calcium ions. See, for suppose we are moving. Okay, right now I am walking. Right now I am walking. Or see, we are moving our hands or different body parts. That time skeletal muscle contraction takes place. That skeletal muscle contraction requires calcium ions. The skeletal muscle cells contraction requires calcium ions. That calcium ions stored inside the sarcoplasmic reticulum. So here storage of calcium ions done by endoplasmic reticulum within skeletal muscle cells. That one is called as sarcoplasmic reticulum. Simple. Sarcoplasmic reticulum means endoplasmic reticulum present inside the skeletal muscle cells, which are supporting for the storage of calcium ions, right? And next one is the myeloid bodies. Whatever that, okay, everyone, we are having that eyes are there. Within that eyes, okay, the eye especially it's a ball-like structure. Retina is there. Inside that eyeball structure, there is a retina part is there. And retina part especially connected with some of the bars-like structures. These are called as myeloid bodies, So the myeloid bodies especially involving conduction of nerve impulse. So that is about that myeloid bodies, right? And functions. And coming to the next one, Nissls granules. Nissls granules indicates all we know within that nerve cell there is a cyton structure is there. For suppose this is one of the cyton structure is there, right? This is the main head moiety or the main head structure. These are called dendrites, right? This is the nucleus. Okay, within that main cyton part, there is a small structures are there, and these structures are attached with the ribosomes. There is a small structures are there which are attached with the ribosomes. These are called Nissls granules. These structures are called Nissls granules. Nissls granules which are present in nerve cell cyton structure, which are supporting for the synthesis of proteins. So whatever that ribosomes are present, okay, these ribosomes are supporting for the synthesis of proteins, right? So that is about the Nissls granules function. So all these are the special functions which are related to the endoplasmic reticulum, right? Coming to the next one, functions. These are the final functions of the endoplasmic reticulum. Within that case, RER, all we know about that RER involving synthesis of proteins, right? And coming to the next one, we are already discussed nuclear membrane formation. And the next one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. All of you listen, this is the very important part in most of the organisms. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is very important part because it performs the wide range of the functions. Wide range of the functions. See, the very first one is the synthesis of lipids. We know fats, lipids, okay, both are same. Fats are nothing but lipids, right? So synthesis of fats or synthesis of lipids and synthesis of cholesterol. Synthesis of cholesterol. So we know about that cholesterol. Cholesterol is very important. Okay, in the case of the cell membrane structure is maintained by the cholesterol, right? And coming to the next one is there is an bile juice is there. Bile juice synthesis also requires the cholesterol. And vitamin D is there. Vitamin D also synthesized by the cholesterol is the source. Cholesterol is the source. So what I am telling here, cholesterol is very important one, but the limit is important. More cholesterols are there, it leads to some cardiac disorders, accumulation of fat inside the blood vessels. It leads to the cardiac arrest, right? So here limited amount of cholesterols are required, right? And coming to the next one is synthesis of steroid hormones. Synthesis of steroid hormones. Steroid hormones are nothing but the hormones which are having steroid ring. Steroid ring. Cholesterol contains the steroid ring. Cholesterol contains the steroid ring. So here a group of hormones are synthesized from cholesterol or steroid ring contain a steroid structure. See, a group of hormones are synthesizing from the cholesterol or steroid ring contains structures. The very first one is the glucocorticoids. So a group of hormones are synthesized which are called as glucocorticoids. The glucocorticoids are especially involving immune system. Every person have the immune system activation process and immune system some activities like allergic reactions. We know allergic reactions, all these are depends on glucocorticoids. Allergic reactions are depends on glucocorticoids. So what I am telling here, immune system is depends on glucocorticoids. Glucocorticoids. Some functions of immune system depends on glucocorticoids. Mineralocorticoids. See, a group of hormones which are maintains water levels and mineral level within body. So, for suppose one of the human being is there, within that human being there is an mineralocorticoids are there. The mineralocorticoids are supporting to maintain water levels and mineral levels. Water levels and the mineral levels, right? And coming to the next one, sex hormones. There are two types of the hormones are there. One of that hormone is the testosterone. Testosterone is the male hormone. Within male, testosterone is produced. Within female, progesterone is produced. So the male and female, the differentiation majorly here hormones, the sex hormones are there. Testosterone, the hormone is present in male, and progesterone, the hormone is present in female. Right? So that is about that sex hormones. Sex hormones also synthesizing from the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, because involved in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum involved in the cholesterol. Cholesterols are supporting for synthesis of all these hormones, right? And coming to the next one is glycogen synthesis. So what is glycogen? One of the best example, for suppose I am eating rice daily, right? For suppose my body requires 100 molecules of glucose, but I am eating daily 200 glucose molecules. Daily my body requires 100 glucose molecules, but I am eating 200 glucose molecules. 200 glucose molecules. So 100 is sufficient. There is an extra 100 is here. There is an extra 100 glucose molecules are there. That extra 100 stored within the liver. The extra 100 glucose molecules are stored within the liver in the form of glycogen. In the form of glycogen. Storage form of glucose inside the liver or inside the liver within animal cells. Within animal cells. So that structure is called as glycogen. Glycogen is storage form of carbohydrates or storage form of glucose. So the glycogen is formed inside the liver cells. The process is called as glycogen synthesis. Glycogen synthesis. In the same manner, next one is the glycosenolysis is there. Glycosenolysis is there. Okay, some persons are especially is the religious functions, religious things are going on that time. Some people follows that fasting. Most of the people are following the fasting. For suppose, daily our body requires 100, okay, just this is example, 100 glucose molecule. One person, okay, doing the fasting, that time, if the person not taking any food material, okay, see some persons without any food, they are surviving up to 1 week or 2 weeks also. So how the persons are surviving up to 1 week or 2 weeks without eating any food? Because inside the person body, some of the storage food is there. That storage food supporting for the surveillance of the person. Here also same thing. So when the person follows that for fasting, that time within that liver cell, whatever that glycogen is there, the glycogen again forms the glucose molecule. The glucose molecules are entered into the bloodstream. So here glycogen is there, glycogen converted into glucose molecules. This step is called as glycosenolysis. Conversion of glycogen to glucose, that is called as glycosenolysis. Conversion of glucose to glycogen, that is nothing but glycogen synthesis. Okay, in this direction, this is called glycogen synthesis. In this direction, okay, this is called glycogenolysis. Means lysis indicates here breakdown, right? And last one is the detoxification. Detoxification especially done by the liver. All we know, some of the persons are there. Okay, not only the some of the person. See, daily life, most of the people are like to take tablets. The tablets are antibiotics. The antibiotics, these are nothing but drugs. The drugs are detoxified, right? The drugs are detoxified. So how the detoxification takes place? And one more best example is the chronic drinkers. Alcoholic persons are there. Some people are daily drinking alcohol. Even the persons are surviving. How this is possible? Right? We'll discuss. So one of the person drinking alcohol daily, right? Okay. So the person is a chronic drinker. Daily drinking alcohol. Then the person surviving. How the surveillance is possible? Because of the liver. Whatever that liver is there, the liver cells contains smooth endoplasmic reticulum is there. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum especially contains that cytochrome P450 pigment. The liver cells contain smooth endoplasmic reticulum. That smooth endoplasmic reticulum contains cytochrome P450 pigment. That pigment responsible for the detoxification process. So what I am telling here, the detoxification of drugs, the detoxification of different types of substances, or the detoxification of alcoholic products. All these are done by the cytochrome P450. The cytochrome P450 especially seen in okay, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, especially the smooth endoplasmic reticulum of liver cells. So the detoxification done by smooth endoplasmic reticulum, because of it contains the cytochrome P450 pigment. That pigment involved in detoxification process, right? That is about the different functions of the rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, right?